Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you're having a fantastic day. In today's video, I want to share another in-depth perfume review. This is another fragrance from Zamaya. The scent we're going to be discussing today is their, and I hope I'm saying this correctly, Anhaar Dune. I actually reviewed my first ever Zamaya fragrance either last week or the week before, I can't remember. But I started with their Ramsch Diva. If you missed that review and you are a massive fan of really beautiful, gourmand, slightly musky vanilla fragrances, you're gonna wanna go check that video out because that is one of the best vanillas that I have ever experienced. It is a beautiful fragrance, you guys. And like I said, if you are a fan of vanilla in general, you have to go try this fragrance. I mentioned in that very first video that Zamaya actually reached out to me and asked if I was interested in reviewing some of their fragrances here on my channel. I didn't even know that this company existed, so I went ahead and I checked out their website. I always do a little bit of research on companies that reach out to me prior to responding to them, just to make sure that I would actually potentially even like their products. I was immediately drawn to their packaging. Listen, packaging when it comes to fragrance, I don't think it's necessarily important, but as a sucker for just aesthetics and packaging in general, their bottles sucked me in immediately. They have the most beautiful perfume bottles, you guys. They are stunning. But the second thing that I noticed that really blew my mind was the crazy affordable price, not only for just the fragrances themselves, but for the size of the bottles that you are getting. So this fragrance we're discussing today, this bottle is huge, right? This is 3.4 fluid ounces or 100 mils. And this regular retail price for this fragrance, I believe, is $35. All of their fragrances are under the $50 price point, and you are getting eau de parfum quality. Like, these are insanely potent fragrances. They have amazing lasting power and beautiful packaging to boot. So again, I don't think the packaging is the most important thing here. It's the performance of the product, right? But oh my gosh, I love the fact that you also get to look at something pretty, you know, while you're applying it. So anyway, the Ramsch Diva, at the time that I reviewed it, of course, it was out of stock. Of course, I started there. Anyway, I contacted the company, and they did state that Ramsch Diva was going to be restocked within the first couple of weeks of May. So I will let you guys know here on my community tab when it is restocked. I will also probably announce something over on my Instagram stories. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's just MrKongsMom. But yeah, I will announce something over there as well. I'm telling you, if you want an amazing gourmand vanilla, check that fragrance out. It is beyond beautiful. And this fragrance here, this Anhaar Dune, is no less beautiful than the Ramsch Diva. It's definitely a little bit different, but definitely still a gourmand. So if you are a fan of gourmand fragrances, I'm telling you, check Zamaya out. I'll have them linked in the description box. They also did give me a discount code that'll save you 15% off on their website. So feel free to use that if you are interested. But yeah, I'm so excited to dig into this one with you guys. This is the fragrance that I have been wearing exclusively for, I would say, about the past 4 or 5 days. And I've gotten so many compliments on this one. I even got a compliment on this at a gas station while I was pumping my gas. So yeah, this broke through the smell of fuel at a gas station, and someone noticed it. So anyway, let's go ahead and dig in. I'm gonna read through their little scent story. We'll read through the top, middle, and base notes. I'm gonna tell you what my experience is with this fragrance in terms of how it smells on my skin. We'll talk about the overall strength, the projection, and then, address wear time, things like that. But let's get into it. Again, I'll have this link down below if you want to read up more about it yourself. Okay, so they say here that Anhaar Dune is a unique fragrance that combines sweet and creamy notes with a refreshing twist. This delightful opening of vanilla and caramel, ooh, this caramel, you guys, is complemented by zesty lemon and coconut for a tropical yet sophisticated aroma. The deep base of musk and ambergris adds richness, ensuring the scent lingers beautifully throughout the day. The top notes are vanilla and caramel. The middle notes are coconut and lemon zest. And at the base, we have ambergris and musk. They say that this scent is perfect for those who love indulgent, comforting scents with a refreshing citrus touch. Let's dig in. First of all, let's take a close-up look at the bottle here. So you've got this really kind of fun, bright orange color to the glass. This top here these bottles are so weighty. Like, these feel like really expensive bottles. Honestly, I have bought perfume at Sephora Sephora and Ulta within the last couple of years, where I spent a heck of a lot more than $35 on the fragrance, and the bottle was not nearly as substantial or beautiful as this is. So yeah, again, sucker for packaging, but what's most important is the product itself, right? Zamaya does have really nice atomizers, so you get a nice spray of the perfume. It's not like a splat onto your skin. So let's go ahead and apply a little bit of this. Do you see that mist? Again, I'm a sucker for the mist, and I am a sucker for this scent. So when I first apply this to my skin, the first thing that I actually notice is that lemon zest, probably more so before I notice the vanilla and the caramel that's at the top. It very quickly moves into those two notes, but it's actually the citrus that I notice right away. Now, the citrus dries down very quickly, and then it definitely goes into that beautiful, sweet, gourmand vanilla. It's very much a warm vanilla bean, and the caramel is perfect. It's not overly sweet. I am very sensitive when it comes to caramel, probably more so in home fragrance, because it tends to just be cloying a lot of times. So I was a little bit nervous about seeing caramel at the top of this fragrance. I thought it might be overwhelming, but it's not. I think the vanilla somehow is actually stronger than that typically potent caramel note. And I think the vanilla kind of tones the caramel down a little bit and tempers a little bit of that excessive sweetness that can sometimes make caramel cloying. So love this vanilla. It's just a really beautiful, unique, cozy vanilla that is the perfect opening for this fragrance. Now, once this starts to dry down a little bit more, that is when that coconut comes out. To my nose, it smells like more like a milky, creamy coconut versus like the meat of the coconut, if that makes sense. So maybe more so coconut milk. Really soft, really pretty. And again, not overly sweet, just perfectly balanced. Now, as this continues to dry down for about another 20 to 30 minutes, that is when more of that muskiness starts to develop in the scent, and it really becomes one with your skin. This, I swear to you, this fragrance just melts into me, and it is stunning. I love a musky fragrance. I don't like overly musky scents. This is kind of the perfect amount where that ambergris just adds a little bit of depth and musk without, again, taking away from the gourmand aspect of this fragrance. It's just, I think, perfectly done. If you are a fan of just vanilla in general, I think this is a vanilla worth checking out for sure. The vanilla really does stay present within the fragrance throughout the entire time that you're wearing it. Sometimes I feel like vanilla can be a little bit light, but it's not the case here. It's very noticeable. So in terms of the overall projection of this fragrance, it's got good projection to it. It very much is a noticeable scent without being overwhelming. It's soft, it's pretty. They say that this is a unisex fragrance, and the first couple times that I wore it, I was like, I don't know that I would necessarily consider it unisex. I mean, I think at first I was like, I don't know if this is something that I would want to necessarily smell on my husband, but I think the more that I wore it, the more I saw that I do think this can be a really nice unisex fragrance. It's not overly sweet. It does have a good amount of depth to it, and I think it's actually that ambergris and the musk at the base that kind of help to create that more unisex vibe here. So even though it starts out a little bit sweet at first, that is a little bit tempered as the fragrance settles into your skin and develops a little bit more. And yeah, I at this point, I do think that whether you typically go for, you know, more masculine scents or more feminine scents, I think that this one is kind of right in the middle there and makes it a really great option for a wide variety of people who just enjoy a good vanilla. So yes, very noticeable fragrance, a good long-lasting fragrance too. This is the thing that I'm really impressed with when it comes to the Zamaya fragrances that I've tried so far, is that I find the lasting power to be really, really good. So this is not a scent that is going to fade on your skin within a couple of hours. This is something that stays put on my skin for, I would say, a minimum of 6 to 7 hours before I personally feel like I want to reapply. I do like my fragrances to be fairly noticeable, so I do reapply throughout the day, and noticeable to me, right? Like, I think it's nice when I get compliments on fragrances, but I wear perfume for myself. It helps to elevate my mood when I'm feeling down, makes me feel a heck of a lot more put together, and I don't know, it makes me feel like a fancy lady when I'm not a fancy lady, but I don't know, it just makes me feel prettier, a lot more put together. So I'm a big fan of perfume. I realize it's not everybody's thing, but it helps to improve my mood. So it is something that, I don't know, I don't mind investing in personally. But overall, you guys, I really think that if you have not checked out this company in general, even if this doesn't appeal to you, even if the Rampstiva doesn't necessarily appeal to you, they have floral options. They have a whole host of options to check out in terms of different fragrances. They have fresh fragrances, they have more masculine fragrances, they have even more feminine fragrances. Check them out, I'm telling you. Again, I'll have them linked at the top of the description box. If you are interested in picking anything up, you can use that discount code if you're interested. But for me, I've got a couple more fragrances coming my way because this is a brand that I have really enjoyed. And I think the affordability of this is fantastic, especially right now. So if you're looking for a new fragrance in your life to welcome the upcoming summer season, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. I think because this has the coconut in it, it makes it a really great summertime option. So I'm gonna keep wearing this beauty myself. You are going to be seeing this probably quite a bit this summer in my weekly beauty chit chat, so prepare yourself. I do believe that this is currently in stock, so if you're interested in picking it up, you should be able to get your hands on it. Anyway, again, a big thank you to Zamaya for sending this fragrance for review here. I definitely have fallen in love with it, and it is something that I will personally repurchase in the future. It's a stunner. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you being here. Please subscribe if you are new for more in-depth perfume reviews. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.